It's so beautiful.
It kind of is. I'm so sorry.
No.
Jonathan, don't let it ruin the rest of your day. You have to do press for Creed 3.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I would love to ask you, for somebody who wants to learn ASL, what is your advice for people? Because you and your character, Bianca, you do this in this film amazingly. And it's such an awesome part of the movie, and I'm so happy to see that representation. But what's your advice for people that want to learn ASL? How did you wrap your mind around it?
My advice is just to try and not be worried about perfection. I think particularly learning any language is challenging, right? But I think we live in a world, if you're hearing, that's really biased towards the hearing world. Yeah. And so we don't think about it. And I think there's a kind of uncomfortability. You're worried, you're sort of worried. And I think that is an impediment to being able just to like get in there and try. And I think from what I understand from Mila, from her mom, Kim, from all the folks that I've spoken to inside of that community, is like the effort is what feels really important. Yeah. And also you realize that there's so many ways to communicate non-verbally that you can, as long as you're unafraid. Yeah. That even if you don't know the right sign, there are ways to communicate, you know? Mm-hmm. So that I think would be my advice. And also just be curious. Just be curious.
Just be curious.
Yeah, which is my advice let's just be curious.
I love the Rocky saga, I love the Creed saga, and the women of the Creed films are one of my favorite elements of this movie. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I get pumped during the training montages.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
But nothing pumps me up more than when Bianca turns to Adonis and goes, "You got to fight him." Yeah. And I'm like, in it, then we can go. So I love the women of this movie.
Yeah, I know. I love how there's always like a moment where Bianca's like the green light, where she's like, yeah. It's also like really some of my favorite moments to perform, because it's like you just know, like, you don't always know what's going to be in the trailer as an actor, but I always know that it's a trailer moment. You know what I mean? So it's like that kind of thing. You're like, okay, here comes my trailer moment.
It goes back to that history of Rocky when Adrian was like, "Do me a favor, what? Win." And you're just like, then the movie we go into kick it into that third gear, and it's amazing. But speaking of the women characters in this film, Bianca, she's a mom. Yeah. You have Creed's mom. There's such amazing dynamics. How do you feel about being the sort of lead of that aspect of the movie?
I love it. It's so fun. And also, like, shout out, Adrian is my favorite. Because like she did what I hope that we're continuing to do with Bianca, which is upend these ideas of what like a sports girlfriend is like. And obviously she did it relative to the time in which that character existed. It's a different time now. But I love that. I love that in general, just characters where there's this sort of archetype and then you get to kind of mess with the archetype a bit. Yeah. And I think in this film, I feel so excited for audiences to meet the character of Amara in Mila, because I think, first of all, she's such an incredible performer and so charismatic and so lovely and so fearless. But I think the idea of like whatever, if we, make more of these movies, whatever the next phase, that she's a new, strong Creed, like that.
I've seen everybody talking about it.
I've
seen you talk about it.
Yeah, that feels cool.
I think audiences are going to be down for that.
Yeah.
So I love this film. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank
Tessa.
you so much.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you.
Love
John,
the shirt.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
It's Gecko.
This is Goku.
Goku.
Don't let Michael hear you say that. Don't let him hear you mispronounce that. So
Goku.
Everybody in this room, he got it right. Goku.
That's Goku.
That's Goku. Yeah.
It's funny. Goku is built a lot like Skip.
Like Damian Anderson. Yeah. I wanted to ask you, John, when I first became aware of your acting career, The Last Black Man in San Francisco, beautiful film. And I love that role. I love Lovecraft Country. And even Kang the Conqueror, I have observed that you bring this sensitivity to these roles. And even though this guy, he's a mean guy in Creed 3, Dane, where did you find the way to bring in the sensitivity? Because I believe that you did it here too.
Thanks, man. I think it's always there. I think the vulnerability is always there. I know that from growing up. You know that from growing up. Yeah. Men try to take it out of other men.
Yes.
Scared mothers, try to take it out of their sons.
Yeah.
Scared people try to take that away, as a means to be protected. It comes from a good place.
Yeah.
But it's always there. and it's just how brave you can be to allow it to come to the surface. And so, and I just have a mentality that the bigger the shell, you know, the bigger the heart, you know. It just is. You're such a huge target, you know what I mean? So you know there's something in there worth really that's mushy, and you know, and so I'm just it's kind of my sense of humor in a way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like whatever, bro.
Absolutely. You're like, the antagonist for a Creed film, I'm gonna make him the most sensitive.
Watch this.
Yeah, watch it. Watch me work.
Watch this. But it also allows people to attach to them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it helps them understand why they're doing what they're doing, because that's what we have in common.
Jonathan, I love the Rocky and Creed films. One of my favorite movie franchises. And this character, Dane, is my favorite antagonist across the entire Rocky Creed saga. I was rooting for him.
Wow.
And there's a scene, I don't want to give anything away, but there's a scene that happens between you and Mike where it's not where you expect it to be in the film, and it moved me to tears. Just an exchange between you guys I thought was beautiful. Did you look at that franchise and go, okay, Rocky 3, the wonderful Mr. T played Clubber Lang.
Yeah.
Did you look at any of that and go, what can I bring to the third chapter of the Adonis Creed saga in terms of historically? Or were you like, this is a brand new territory we're going into?
Top of the roster, you know, blank slate, you know. I went, okay, cool. I know who I had to deal with. I had to deal with Adonis.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing I really paid attention to. I had seen the other Creed films.
Sure.
And I knew, I mean, that's how popular they are. You know, someone says Rocky, you go, yeah, which one?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one? Yeah,
they're all one thing.
Someone says Clubber Lang, you automatically think Drago, or you think all the other the pantheon of it. It's such a clear world, and so I just let that sit in my subconscious, and I focused on the now of it. Yeah. That this film is coming out 3/3/23, and what is the villain? What is the baddie for now? What does Adonis need? What does the culture need? What does the zeitgeist need? Because I'm a part of it. So then what do I need? You know, and I focused on that.
And you did it, man. You did it. I'm out of time, but I do want to ask you before I'm on my way out.
Yeah.
I know you're a huge fan of Homeward Bound.
Yes, I am.
Are you aware of the fan theory that at the end of that movie, Shadow actually dies, and everything after? Look at your face drop, and everything after is him going to doggy heaven, him reuniting with the family. Or do you believe no, Shadow lived? No, happy ending.
Oh, when he's slipping back.
When he couldn't make it, that there's a fan theory that's like he died at that moment, and the rest of it is just him going to heaven.
And his heaven is him getting back to the...
You were not aware of this fan theory. I'm so sorry.
I don't... It's so beautiful, though.
It kind of is. I'm so sorry.
No.
Jonathan, don't let it ruin the rest of your day. You have to do press for Creed 3.
Okay, yeah.
All right, but you know what? Also, let that sensitivity in. That's what we just talked about.
Well, yeah, it's already there.
It's beautiful.
When he's lipping back.
Yeah, okay. Go.
Okay, all right, bro. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.